Alex is sleeping, Lanka's sleeping. Whenever it's a big day, I always have a hard time sleeping the night before. So I also went to bed really early, anticipating for the day. We prepped the storage space for it yesterday, so everything's ready. The moving company is going to be bringing everything. It's a big day in many ways today. We get our shipment, but also we hear if our offer was accepted on the house that we really want. So it's gonna be a long day of just anticipating a lot of different things. The sun is up now, which is good because now I can feel like the day's actually starting. I just put this on because it's very cold. I am going to have a little bit of breakfast just to get my energy going. This is chia seed that I put into this jar last night with almond milk with a little bit of clove and some cinnamon, ground cinnamon and ground clove. So I'm going to put that in a bowl with some hard-boiled eggs that I hard-boiled yesterday morning. I'm also doing a tall glass of coconut water so that I can take my vitamins. We were just chatting at the table, looking at some of the agreements for the offer, and we looked out of the window, and that's happening. They're all down there sorting out where they're going to bring it and how they're gonna bring it in. It looked really big, and at first we were like, is that all of our stuff? And they're like, no, it's not full. So they just used a bigger truck. But we do have like Alex's motorbike and stuff like that. So it's a big delivery. But good news is it's not as big as the truck looks.
Yeah,
how you feeling?
I'm. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to feel.
It's been a
so
long time.
It's kind of mixed emotions, to be honest.
It's kind of like, obviously we don't need.
Because you've been living out of a bag.
Because we've been living out of a suitcase
you kind of
since
like,
January.
Yeah, you get these like, oh my gosh.
But the good thing, where we're staying, there are already beds and like all, coffee cups and all the things that you need. So we haven't, needed anything at all, really. But if we do...
But this isn't our home, so it's like...
Find our home soon.
Jeez, that's the other thing.
That's what's going to be nice, though.
It will be nice.
It will be so nice to be able to unpack finally.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. This is definitely more space than we need, but it's so nice, and we're just so grateful that we have this space to store our stuff in the meantime. I got a little peep into the truck, and I saw some of the stuff that we had packaged up back in, oh gosh, before January we started that process. But it's just so crazy to like see the stuff and just all the work we put into making it ready to be shipped across the planet. And yeah, it just feels kind of nostalgic to see that. Reminds me of California, reminds me of our old place, and just like brings back all of these memories and just kind of the crazy ride that we've been on throughout this whole process. And the more that I see the boxes that come out that like we wrote on, and like the log that we kept and everything, like it's just gonna be crazier and crazier. As you can see, some of our stuff has already started piling into the storage space. I'm opening a couple things just to see if they made it. These actually made it, which I am so surprised. Look.
Oh my god.
Made it in one piece.
Wow.
I had a feeling I was hoping that it would. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
My guitars.
This is like my favorite home decor piece that I've ever purchased. It's just like an art piece that I've had for a while that I purchased because, it went really well with our home in West Hills, and it's pretty neutral, so it will essentially go with any space really. So I wanted to send it over here, and I am glad that I did because it's in one piece. But there were two mirrors that didn't make it. On the packaging it says broken upon pickup, so it probably broke on the shipping container, which whenever you're shipping glass, you're likely going to lose some stuff. I mean,
you know, we have water glasses and stuff like that we packaged really well, but sometimes when a bunch of different people are moving belongings for 6 months, you gotta understand that some things are gonna go. So we did get rid of a lot of things that we were like, okay, we don't need to take the risk, but some things we were like, you know, it's worth trying. But there's part of me that feels like only one's broken. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm just manifesting that only one of them are broken, because I can definitely tell the glasses, like, yeah, definitely broken. But maybe it's only one of them, maybe it's both, but it's not the end of the world. Just crossing my fingers that one of them we can salvage. I am honestly so shocked that not even one of these little things broke. Isn't this so beautiful? I love this decor piece. And I am shocked by this, that this entire thing came in one piece. But I had a feeling, only due to the fact that it's like pretty flexible. I feel like things that are flexible like this just do better. Oh, I'm happy about that. I just found up on the top here Lanka's box, which he'll be pretty happy about. Lanka's box says that it was officially opened by the Ministry for Primary Industries, and that is likely because there's pet stuff in here. So when we were logging everything, we kind of told them like what was camping gear, hiking gear, fishing gear, pet stuff, because they just like to double check that there's not anything coming into New Zealand that maybe New Zealand doesn't have in terms of like pest control, or, you know, just something that could hurt the ecological system here. Oh my gosh, Lanka's bed. I wonder if he's just gonna be like, what in the world? I remember this thing when I give it to him. When we originally left California, we thought our stuff would be maybe a month behind us or something like that. And it's been a lot longer than that at this point. So we were actually gifted a dog bed from a really cool company out here in New Zealand. So now we have this other bed, but I'm interested to give him this bed and to bring it up and have him just like snuggle up with it, because it will probably remind him of just like being cozy at home, just because, you know, he loves it here. Like he's unbothered by this entire situation. Honestly, he's such a champ. But it'll be interesting to kind of watch him be like, oh my gosh, I remember this cozy little bed from California that I used to sleep in back home. I am back inside because I'm in desperate need of lunch right now. I think I'm gonna make us a big old salad with like olives and tomato and garbanzo beans, maybe, like a Mediterranean inspired salad. It's kind of my go-to. And we've been signing documents to get in the offer. That does not mean that we got the offer yet. We haven't heard anything back. We won't hear anything probably till this evening, but I think we actually will hear this evening. I thought that we would, but I didn't know for sure. And when we just spoke to the realtor, he was like talking about when we speak tonight. The feelings of anticipation right now are very real, but also I am feeling relieved. I am feeling excited, and I'm kind of just leaning into letting it be what it's going to be, whether we get the house or not. What's really nice is when we do find our place, whether it be this one that we put an offer in or not, we do have things to unpack. I think we went really back and forth when we were moving countries, and we were thinking, should we just start brand new in New Zealand and obviously cut on cost for shipment, but then when we get there, we'll have to purchase pretty much everything that we need to have in a home. It's just nice that when we do find our place, like I was saying, that we will be able to unpack our things that remind us of home. I have like memory, you know, frames and art that my mom has made and things like that. So it will just feel so nice if we get this place, or any place really. Like if we don't get this one, we know that there will be other places. One of the reasons why I feel like we're going to get the property is because it just feels like it's meant for us. And I know that that sounds weird, but even one of Alex's family members, there's a picture of Alex in the sand when he was a little kid. One of Alex's family members, we sent him a picture or the listing when we were looking at it, and his immediate response was, this is you guys to a T. And that's really how we felt when we walked into the space ourselves. Like we were like, oh, we could so see ourselves in here. And I just need to not get too excited about it right now because it's so possible that we might not get it. But I do know that there are new listings every single day that come up that look enticing. So for us, it's kind of like if we don't get this, it's not meant to be, and we'll just move on and maybe we'll find something better. But I still, like, I'm just crossing my fingers because how nice would it be if we found out today that we got approved for the property and then our stuff just came today. It would just feel like this whole weight lifted and just like, it'll just feel like things are clicking and that all of this work is starting to kind of like come together and pay off a bit. So I need to eat a salad now because I'm just talking too much and I'm starving. I've been snacking on these Harvest Snaps baked pea crisps. They're chili flavor. That's the flavor that I like. I tried the salt and vinegar flavor and they're not as good. I really like the chili. You know what they kind of remind me of? I don't know if this is just a memory of mine. Let me know in the comments if you remember these. I loved hot fries when I was in junior high. They're so terrible for you, but I used to get them all the time. I don't remember where I would get them. I feel like it was like on an ice cream truck, or there was like some like vendor at our school that would come every once in a while. But I just remember it would be like a specific thing I had to like seek out every once in a while. And yeah, hot fries, they kind of look like this, but they're way more orange. I'm not really sure what they were made out of, probably potato, but they had this texture. These are probably much better for you than those, but maybe not that good. They say that they're better for you than potato chips, so that's a win, right? Salad is made, dog is fed, and yeah, we've got, I last minute put a little pumpkin seed in, which I don't normally do, but pumpkin seed is very good for you, so I added it in. We've got some onion, tomato, we've got kale, Swiss chard, regular romaine lettuce, garbanzo, some green onion, a little bit of feta, and olive oil, lemon, and balsamic vinegar for the dressing with some salt and pepper. And then I'm gonna cut a piece of this homemade sourdough bread. This is a whole wheat bread that Alex made. It's gorgeous. What a gorgeous loaf. There are two different loaves. I'm gonna do the whole wheat for this one. And there is lunch. I just pulled this out of Lanka's box as well. And what's funny about this, Alex and I were just laughing because there are no squirrels in New Zealand, and Lanka loves squirrels. He always would chase them around our yard and stuff and stare at them. They would like taunt him in our backyard in California. And now he's got his little squirrel here in New Zealand, and it's essentially a prized possession now since there are no squirrels here. What do you think? Do you remember your stuff? Is he happy? Is he happy? I am going to search through these boxes for my watercolors. We wrote on the outside of the box, paint supplies. I kind of remember, no, I don't remember the size of the box. I feel like it's like small to medium. I'm just gonna search. She duck, remember that? Do you remember? We are on a family walk. Alex has a bag of poo.
Yeah.
Good dog owner. We have spent the last probably 3 hours. What are you doing back there? You're just trying to be funny back there.
I'm just playing.
We have spent the last 4 or 5 hours just cleaning up the floor, mopping, because Alex's parents sent over some furniture with our shipment. So we just put it in to the place, and I cut my finger. So that's why my finger looks like this.
Duct tape.
Alex helped me wrap it in duct tape for the time being until I find a Band-Aid, which I think we do have Band-Aids. I don't know why.
We do.
Yeah, this is just, it was pretty bad, so it was bleeding.
It's a little gusher.
It was a little gusher.
Oh, do you remember gushers? Internet,
loved
tell me if you
gushers.
remember gushers. Do you remember the like multi-color pack? The like rainbow gusher pack?
So good.
Yes.
I loved the blue ones. I liked the
I
red
liked
ones
the white
too.
ones that
I
had the
liked the
blue in
mix though.
there.
But didn't like even like the end of the gusher package, like it had like
There was
the
always one
liquidy.
stuck in the bottom corner
Yeah.
and you had to like peel it open
Yeah.
and like get in there and excavate it.
So you know what's funny? Earlier in this vlog, I talked about hot fries from junior high. Do you remember hot fries?
It's because we were discussing how unhealthy like childhood food
Yesterday we were
was.
discussing that. Yeah.
about like nostalgic like childhood elementary school
We were talking
lunches.
about the
Snack
Lunchables,
packs.
the snack packs, and the little pizzas that you could put together. If you
Trade
were
you this apple for that snap pack.
a 90s child, then you remember, you know?
If you're a 90s child, then you definitely remember that quote and what movie that's from. If
And-
you do, comment section.
And also the fact that, like, what was that pizza crust stuff even made out of? Was it bread? What
In
was
the
that?
Lunchable
It was like
packet,
Play-Doh.
It was
yeah.
like a cracker.
It wasn't a cracker. I don't know, guys. I feel like I was just always meant to live in New Zealand. I've been wearing my gumboots for every occasion. And this is why I wear gumboots in New Zealand, though, because you just never know what you're going to get yourself into. Thank you. Yeah.
Here, grab my
This forest behind where we are staying right now just makes me feel like I am living in a fairy tale, and that if I walk into that forest, I am going to find Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The weather has changed, and we've got little mushrooms on the ground. These are toxic though, we already looked them up. Alex has a little mushroom app. He is like always looking up mushrooms on all of our walks to see if they're toxic or they're edible or
they're hallucinogenic.
hallucinogenic, which a lot of them are like that.
Don't just eat mushrooms off the ground. You could die.
Well, yes, if you don't know that, yeah, we haven't done it yet. We're still learning. We would love to.
I don't think we're gonna do it for a while, huh?
No. We would love to forage mushrooms at one point when we're like experts at it, but it takes a while to understand. They all look the same.
And
And
there's so many like similarities between ones that are toxic
Yeah.
or lethal and ones that aren't. And so it's super dangerous.
yeah, it's not worth it. For now, we'll just get our mushrooms at the farmer's market.
Sound good. How you going?
It's going pretty well. We're just
Good.
Just hanging out.
I've just left the bin doors
okay.
properly.
Yeah.
But unfortunately we weren't successful tonight.
Oh, what a bummer.
What a bummer. Unbelievable. Yeah, there's 3 offers.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you guys were middle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel? We just got the call that we did not get the house. That we were the middle offer and we were off by
I'm smiling right now just because I'm kind of shocked because
15.
yeah, we were the middle offer, so we weren't the lower one, but we weren't the highest, and that's why we didn't get it. I'm having a glass of wine.
But second place in a house hunt still does not get you the prize. There's no trophy for second place.
No,
There's no house.
there's no house. I'm actually surprised, to be completely honest, because of, I guess this is why this realtor is good at what he does, because he really did make us feel encouraged to, and confident with what we were doing. So I didn't have any hesitations on we put our best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's...
I had to keep, checking expectations, though, I didn't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because when you get ahead of yourself and you start planning what you're going to do and what it's all going to be like, it's like you set
Why don't
yourself
they
up
tell
for,
you that, how trying
for
to...
letting down? You get let down.
But why,
Who's they?
The world. Why don't they tell you that, like, trying to buy a house is, like, such an excruciating roller coaster? There are a lot of things they don't tell you.
No.
Taxes, how to grow vegetables. Lots of things you have to learn on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said before we got the call, I know that we will find something that's for us, and there are new things that come up on the market every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
Yeah, and what's been good about the process is, like, it's forced us to get, like, completely prepared to the point where we're able to put an offer in. You know?
Exactly.
And so now that we're at that point,
yeah,
when something else comes up, we know what we have to do.
We know the
process. We've got a solicitor in our corner, you know, who's there to check the stuff and
Yeah.
make sure it's all good. We know how it all works, you know, and at this point we've gotten close to making an offer on a different house and now have actually made an offer on this house, and we didn't get it, but that's all part of the process, you know?
Yeah, I'm just so surprised because I thought it was a shoe-in just by, like, his,
It's just kind
like,
of
even just his text message that said, "Looking good, guys. Talk soon."
in his defense, I did ask if all of our documents looked like good and in order.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not his decision. It's the seller's decision.
Look, this is the way that this goes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we can't look backwards. And it was a beautiful little house, and it would have been a great home for us, but it wasn't meant to be. So, back to the drawing board. Back to the hunt.
Back to the hunt.
Back to the hunt.
All the energy and time that takes. The thing is, this is what I have talked about and that I've been trying to implement is, like, you know, where there is lack of something that you want, where there is the unknown, there is opportunity, right? So, like, maybe we didn't get this for a reason.
Yeah. There's a plan, we just don't know what it is.
Yeah. We just have to have faith that at least we're trying.
Oh, totally.
You know, it's like putting yourself, like you said earlier today, putting ourselves out.
The man in the arena.
We put ourselves in the arena.
The woman and man in the arena.
The man and the woman in the arena. We're out there, we're trying, we're putting ourselves out there, we're being brave and, like, trying. And we're so grateful, and I'm thankful that we even have the chance to try.
Totally. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Super grateful. It's been a learning experience. This is life, you know?
Yeah.
You live and you learn. And that's all she wrote. And I think that's actually the lyrics of that 660 song. You live and you learn. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Yeah. New Zealand band. Lanka's sleeping here, just completely unbothered by the whole situation.
Yeah, he didn't bid on a house. He's like, I got a bed, and that's all that matters.
I'm just comfy.
It's the following morning now. I have just, centered myself again after hearing the news of our offer getting declined. Now, again, there is still a slight opportunity that the current offer doesn't go through and then we're sort of the backup offer. So there's that. But we're definitely not banking on that. Like, we've already started this morning looking at new places. It's crazy how emotional but also time consuming finding a home really is. But I'm feeling good. Like, I'm feeling much better this morning. We've had our coffee. We just got off of a call for something really, really exciting that we've been working on for a while, that it's like moving in a direction now that is very cool. And I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it, to be honest. And I don't want to talk about something that's not
actually happening until it's actually happening. So there's that. In just a moment, I'm going to walk down to the garage and see if I can't find a couple things that I am really interested in getting out of there, like some art supplies and some matcha. I don't know if I've told you guys this already, but I haven't been able to find matcha very easily here in New Zealand. I haven't had matcha since I left California, honestly, and I miss it. And I don't know, it just hasn't, I know it's here. It just hasn't been at any of the stores that I've been to. It's just not as accessible, I guess, that it is in Los Angeles. But I guess I always ordered it when I lived in California too, so maybe it wasn't in the stores there either. I don't know. Anyways, I just knew this entire time that I had a package of matcha coming because it was a closed package, and I was like, why don't I just send this? So that will be nice to get that out. And I want to not go through each box though. I want to keep them as closed as possible because obviously we are going to find a place at some point, and we just want it to be easy to just move the boxes into our new place. Other than that, I'm just going to be sticking around this weekend and getting some work done. I have a lot of work that I need to catch up on. I have a campaign video that needs to be turned around really quickly. I've just been so focused on this house hunt. It's crazy how I said before, it's just so time consuming and it kind of becomes the only thing you can think about. So I need to kind of like shift gears a little bit, still look at houses, but also get some of my work done and kind of go back to that again because I've been procrastinating. And I want to get this video up for you guys. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for sticking around till the end. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm excited to continue sharing this crazy journey of moving to a new country and just everything that it entails and all the time that it takes to find home. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in a new video.